the astonishing journey of animal souls through the spiritual realm. Have you ever wondered if the moment your cat entered your life was destined long before you even knew? What if I told you that every purr, every gentle headbutt, every time they chose to rest beside you in silence was part of a profound spiritual contract written in a language beyond words? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might change the way you see your feline companion forever. If you enjoy meaningful stories and spiritual insights about cats, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The silent ways. Cats choose their humans. There's something inexplicably moving about the moment a cat decides you belong to them. Perhaps you remember it clearly, walking past a shelter window, scrolling through adoption photos online, or finding a stray sitting on your doorstep as if they'd been waiting for you all along. In that instant, something shifted. A recognition occurred, something your logical mind couldn't fully explain, but your heart understood immediately. This isn't coincidence. Throughout history, across cultures separated by oceans and centuries, humans have sensed something sacred in their relationship with cats. Ancient Egyptians believed cats were guardians between realms, protectors of both physical and spiritual worlds. Celtic traditions spoke of cats as creatures who could walk between dimensions, seeing what human eyes could not perceive. Even today, in quiet moments when your cat stares intently at empty corners or follows invisible movements across the room, you might wonder what they're truly seeing. But let's move beyond ancient mythology and consider something scientifically fascinating. Cats demonstrate an extraordinary ability to read human emotional states. Research from Oakland University has documented that cats recognize their owners' emotional cues, responding differently to happy versus distressed voices. They possess a sensitivity to our energy that goes beyond mere behavioral conditioning. When you've had a difficult day, have you noticed how your cat suddenly appears, settling into your lap with that knowing presence? This isn't random. They're responding to something real, something measurable in the frequencies of your being. Consider the remarkable story of a therapy cat named Oscar, who lived in a Rhode Island nursing home. Medical staff documented that Oscar would curl up beside patients in their final hours, providing comfort when they needed it most. He demonstrated an uncanny ability to sense approaching death, offering companionship during life's most sacred transition. This isn't superstition. It's documented observation of a cat's profound sensitivity to changes in human physiology and energy. Your own cat carries this same gift. Think about the times they've sought you out when sadness weighed heavy on your chest, when anxiety kept you awake at 3 a.m, when grief felt like an ocean you'd never cross. They came to you. They chose those moments deliberately, and their purring, oh, that gentle rumble that seems to vibrate through your very bones. Science has revealed something extraordinary about this sound. Cats purr at frequencies between 25 and 150 hertz, the exact range that promotes bone density, reduces inflammation, and accelerates healing. Veterinary research published in multiple studies confirms that these frequencies have therapeutic properties. Your cat isn't just expressing contentment when they purr against your heart. They're offering you a form of medicine as ancient as their species itself. Take a moment right now. I want you to think back to the day your cat came into your life. What was happening in your world at that time? Were you navigating a difficult transition? Recovering from loss? Seeking something you couldn't name? Many people discover, when they reflect honestly, that their cats arrived precisely when they needed them most. I'd love to hear your story. In the comments below, share the moment you met your cat. What was happening in your life? Did it feel like destiny? I read every single comment, and I promise to respond to yours because each story matters, each connection is unique and sacred. This phenomenon of perfect timing isn't mere sentimentality. Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, wrote extensively about synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that reveal a deeper order to existence. When a cat chooses you at exactly the right moment, When they appear as if summoned by your unspoken need, you're experiencing synchronicity. The universe, or whatever name you give to that mysterious intelligence that orchestrates existence, has sent you a companion tailored precisely to your soul's journey. Every cat carries a specific energy signature, a unique vibration that resonates with certain humans. This is why some cats are drawn to those who need playfulness and joy, while others gravitate toward people requiring calm presence and stillness. They're not just pets, they're spiritual matches, finding us across distance and circumstance. Your cat looked into countless faces before yours. They passed by other opportunities, other homes, other humans. But when they saw you, something within their ancient wisdom recognized something within your soul. A contract, written in starlight and instinct, fulfilled itself in that moment of meeting. This recognition runs deeper than personality or convenience. It touches the realm of purpose. Your cat didn't come to simply occupy space in your home. They came bearing gifts you may not have understood how to receive. The gift of presence, of unconditional acceptance, of patience, of teaching you that love doesn't always speak in words. They came to show you that you are worthy of being chosen, of being trusted, of being loved exactly as you are. But here's where our journey takes a turn that might catch your breath. If these connections are so profound, if these souls truly choose us with such intention and purpose, then what happens when our time together in this physical world comes to an end? When the inevitable moment arrives and you must say goodbye to those knowing eyes, does that sacred bond simply cease to exist? Or does it transform into something your eyes cannot see, but your heart has always known was there, waiting just beyond the visible world, where love transforms but never ends? Let me ask you something that might feel tender, but stay with me. Have you ever felt your cat's presence after they were gone? A familiar weight on the bed at night, a shadow moving in peripheral vision, or perhaps their distinctive meow echoing through a quiet room. Before you dismiss these moments as grief playing tricks, consider that maybe, just maybe, you're experiencing something far more profound than imagination. What I'm about to share comes from documented accounts, spiritual traditions spanning millennia, and the genuine experiences of thousands who've walked this path of love and loss. This isn't about creating false hope or denying the reality of grief. It's about understanding that the connection you share with your feline companion exists on levels we're only beginning to comprehend. The sacred moment of transition. There's something profoundly peaceful that often occurs in a cat's final moments. Dr. Jessica Vogelsang, a veterinary end-of-life specialist, has written extensively about the calm awareness animals often display as they approach death. It's as if they understand something we've forgotten, that this transition isn't an ending, but a doorway. If you've been present during your cat's passing, you may have witnessed this yourself. That deep, knowing look in their eyes, a gaze that seems to penetrate beyond the room, beyond time itself. Many people report feeling an inexplicable sense of peace in those final moments, despite their heartbreak. It's as though their beloved companion is offering one last gift, reassurance that everything will be okay. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only transform. This isn't mysticism, it's physics. The consciousness, the personality, the essence of your cat that made them uniquely themselves doesn't simply vanish. It transitions, moving from one state of being into another, like water becoming steam, still fundamentally itself, but freed from its previous form. Various spiritual traditions describe what happens next as the soul's journey home, a return to source, a reunion with the greater consciousness from which we all emerge. In this space beyond physical form, many believe there's a period of rest and restoration, a sanctuary where your cat's soul can heal from any pain or discomfort they experienced, where the limitations of aging or illness fall away. And they're not alone in this realm. Countless spiritual teachings describe a place where souls reunite with those they've loved before. Your cat may be greeted by other animal companions they shared previous journeys with, creating what one researcher called a community of souls bound by love and shared experience. But here's what touches my heart most deeply. They don't forget you. The bond you created together, forged through years of morning greetings, evening cuddles, and silent companionship, that bond is etched into the fabric of their eternal being. Your love shaped them, just as their love shaped you, and such transformations are permanent. Signs from beyond the veil. In the days, weeks, and months following a cat's passing, people around the world report experiences they struggle to explain. These aren't hallucinations or wishful thinking. They're consistent patterns reported across cultures and belief systems. Some hear the distinctive jingle of their cat's collar, though it hangs silent on a shelf. Others feel that unmistakable sensation of a cat jumping onto the bed, settling into their customary spot. Many wake from dreams so vivid, so real, that the line between sleeping and waking blurs. Dreams where their departed companion appears healthy, vibrant, communicating without words, that they're okay, that they're still near. Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, a biologist who has studied unexplained phenomena for decades, has documented hundreds of cases where people report sensing their deceased pet's presence. While science hasn't fully explained these experiences, they occur too frequently and too consistently to dismiss. I want to hear from you. Have you experienced signs from a cat who has passed? A dream that felt more real than waking life? A moment when you swore you felt their presence? Share your experience in the comments below. I'll respond to each one personally, because your journey through grief and hope deserves recognition. Some spiritual practitioners speak of cats making what they call visitation rounds. In moments when their human companions experience particular distress or loneliness, the cat's consciousness draws near, offering comfort from beyond physical boundaries. You might feel this as a sudden wave of peace, a warmth in your chest, or simply a knowing sense that you're not alone. These visits aren't constant, and they shouldn't be. Part of the soul's journey involves growth and evolution on both sides of the veil. Your departed cat has their own continuing experience in the spiritual realm, just as you have your continuing journey here. But the connection remains, a golden thread that neither time nor space can sever. Think of it like this. When someone you love travels far away, you don't stop loving them, simply because you can't see them. The love remains constant, even across great distances. Death is perhaps the ultimate distance, but love bridges even that vast expanse. Your grief is valid. Your tears are sacred. Missing the physical presence of your beloved companion, the soft fur, the rumbling purr, the weight in your arms, this is real loss, and honoring it is important. But within that grief can also live hope. Hope that the love you shared continues. Hope that consciousness survives physical death. Hope that the bond forged between your souls remains unbroken. The ancient Egyptians believed cats were psychopomps, guides who helped souls transition between worlds. Perhaps they understood something we're only now remembering, that cats navigate between seen and unseen worlds with grace, and in death, they simply step more fully into their role as bridges between dimensions. So when you feel that inexplicable sense of your cat's presence, when you catch yourself turning to tell them something only to remember they're gone, when you dream of them with such clarity that you wake reaching for fur that isn't there, don't dismiss these moments. They may be exactly what they feel like. Your beloved companion reaching across infinity to touch your heart one more time. But this raises a question that may have already formed in your heart. If these magnificent souls continue existing beyond death, if they can reach across dimensions to comfort us, if the bond truly survives the ultimate separation, then what keeps them connected to us? What is this invisible thread that links our heart to theirs across impossible distances? And could it be that this connection is even older and deeper than you ever imagined? The connection that transcends all dimensions. Close your eyes for just a moment and think about the first time you looked into your cat's eyes. Really looked. Do you remember that feeling? That strange sense of recognition, as if you'd known each other before, in some place your memory couldn't quite reach. What if that feeling wasn't imagination? What if your soul was remembering something your mind had forgotten? A connection that existed long before this lifetime. This is where our journey takes us deeper, into territory that science is only beginning to explore and ancient wisdom has always known. We're going to talk about soul bonds, about the invisible architecture of love that connects beings across time and space, and why your relationship with your cat might be the most spiritually significant bond you'll ever experience. Soul companions, across lifetimes. There's a concept that appears in spiritual traditions around the world. The idea that souls travel in groups, finding each other again and again across different lifetimes. We incarnate together, playing different roles, learning different lessons, but always recognizing each other at that deep, wordless level. Your cat isn't just a random animal who happened into your life. Many spiritual teachers suggest that the animals who become our closest companions are soul family, beings we've shared previous existences with, who've agreed on a spiritual level to find us again. This explains that instant recognition you felt. Why some cats walk into shelters holding hundreds of animals, yet you and one specific feline lock eyes and everything else fades away. Why adoption feels less like choosing and more like remembering. Your souls recognized each other because they've known each other before. Dr. Brian Weiss, a psychiatrist who has studied past life regression for over 4 decades, has documented cases of people recognizing animals from previous lifetimes. While this remains outside mainstream science, the consistency of these accounts across cultures is remarkable. People describe meeting their current pet and immediately knowing, not thinking, but knowing, that they'd been together before. Think about your cat's personality, those quirks that make them uniquely themselves, the way they communicate with you specifically, differently than with anyone else. That private language you share, built from years of subtle cues and responses. This isn't just learned behavior. It's the continuation of a conversation that began long ago. Have you ever wondered why your cat seems to understand you on such a profound level? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel like you've known your cat before this life? I'm genuinely curious about your experiences, and I promise to read and respond to every single comment. Communication beyond the physical. Here's something that happens more often than people admit: communication with departed pets. Not through mediums, but directly, in the quiet spaces of meditation, dreams, or sudden intuitive knowing. Research from the University of Arizona's Laboratory for Advances in Consciousness and Health has studied after-death communication. Dr. Julie Bashel's research suggests that consciousness may continue beyond physical death, and that communication across this boundary is possible. Many people report receiving clear messages from their departed cats during meditation or in that twilight state between sleeping and waking. These aren't vague feelings. They're specific communications. A sense of forgiveness for difficult end-of-life decisions, reassurance about a new pet joining the family, even guidance during difficult times, that familiar feline wisdom still accessible when you quiet your mind. The language isn't words, it's knowing. Suddenly understanding something you didn't a moment before. Feeling peace wash over you when grief threatened to overwhelm. Recognizing your cat's unique energy signature in a moment of connection that transcends physical reality. Synchronicities increase after a beloved pet passes. You think of them, and immediately a butterfly lands nearby. A song they used to react to plays unexpectedly. You find their favorite toy in an impossible place. These aren't coincidences. They're messages saying, "I'm still here, just differently." Animal communicators, the ethical practitioners who approach this work with humility, often describe the same phenomenon. Cats, on the other side, remain deeply connected to their humans, checking in, offering comfort, sometimes even helping guide new animal companions into their person's life when the time is right. Love as an eternal frequency. Let's talk about something that bridges science and spirituality: the nature of love itself as energy. Quantum physics has revealed something extraordinary. At the subatomic level, particles that have once been connected remain connected regardless of distance. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance. When two particles interact, they become entangled, and what happens to one affects the other, even across vast distances. When you love deeply, when you share years of intimate connection with another being, something fundamental changes in both of you. You become entangled, not just emotionally, but perhaps at the energetic level of your very being. The love you shared with your cat created an energetic imprint. Every moment of joy, every purr against your chest, every time they chose you, these experiences didn't just create memories. They altered the frequency of your heart. The HeartMath Institute has conducted research showing that emotional states create measurable electromagnetic fields around the heart. Love creates coherent patterns, organized, harmonious frequencies. When you loved your cat, when they loved you, these fields interacted, creating a shared resonance. That resonance doesn't disappear when one of you leaves physical form. Energy doesn't vanish, it transforms. The love remains, vibrating at its own frequency, accessible when you tune into it, through memory, through meditation, through those quiet moments when you feel their presence so strongly. Your cat's consciousness, freed from physical limitations, can still connect with that frequency. They recognize it, just as you recognize theirs. This is why signs often appear when you're thinking of them intensely, when grief opens your heart so wide that the veil between worlds grows thin. Every tear you've cried carries that frequency. Every smile at a cherished memory sends a signal across dimensions. And somewhere, in that vast mystery we call the spiritual realm, your beloved companion feels it, knows it, and responds in the ways available to them. This is the invisible thread, woven from shared experience, sustained by unconditional love, unbreakable by death or distance. It connects you now and always, a golden cord stretched between worlds, pulsing with every heartbeat, every memory, every moment of missing them that is simultaneously a moment of connection. You are still linked, still family, still beloved to each other. The form has changed, but the fundamental truth remains. What you built together is eternal. But if this connection is truly unbreakable, if these bonds survive even death itself, if your cat's soul continues conscious and aware while still tethered to yours, then the question that rises naturally in your heart is this: will you find each other again? Is there a reunion waiting somewhere in the vast mystery of existence? And if so, where, when, and how will it happen? Where all souls meet again. We've traveled together through the mystery of how cats choose us, through the sacred transition they make beyond this world, and into the eternal bonds that connect our souls across dimensions. Now we arrive at the question that lives in every heart that has loved and lost. Will we see them again? Will there be a moment, whether in this life or beyond, when you look into those familiar eyes once more? The answer that echoes through spiritual wisdom, through countless testimonies, and perhaps through the deepest knowing of your own heart, is yes. But the how and when might surprise you, comfort you, and fill you with a hope that transforms grief into patient waiting. When a familiar soul returns. Let me share something remarkable that happens more often than you might imagine. Soul recognition in a new form. There are documented accounts from around the world of people meeting a new cat and experiencing overwhelming recognition. Not just attraction or connection, but something deeper, a certainty that this being before them is someone they've known before. The feeling is unmistakable, often accompanied by tears without sadness, warmth flooding the chest, a sense of homecoming. Dr. Linda Bender, a veterinarian who has studied the spiritual dimensions of human-animal relationships for decades, describes cases where new pets display specific behaviors or quirks that precisely mirror those of a departed companion. A unique way of tapping for attention, an unusual sleeping position, a particular game no one taught them. Some spiritual traditions teach that souls can choose to return to the people they love, incarnating again to continue the relationship. This isn't about replacement. Each life is unique, each personality distinct. But the essential soul may choose to walk with you again in a new form. The signs often include immediate, inexplicable bonding. The new cat chooses you with unusual determination. They may have physical markings that echo your departed friend. Most tellingly, they fit into your life as if they already know the routine, settling into patterns that feel like memory rather than learning. I want to hear your story. Have you ever met a cat who felt like a soul you'd known before? Share your experience in the comments. These stories of recognition and return deserve to be heard and honored. But here's what's important. If your departed cat's soul does return, it's because love called them back. Not all souls choose this path. Some have different journeys to take, and that's okay too. The absence of immediate return doesn't diminish the love or the eventual reunion. The reunion beyond this world. Now let's talk about what many spiritual traditions and near-death experience researchers hold as truth. That when our own time comes to leave this physical world, our animal companions will be there to greet us. Dr. Raymond Moody, who pioneered near-death experience research, has documented numerous accounts of people encountering deceased pets during their near-death experiences. These aren't vague presences. People describe specific animals with all their unique characteristics, waiting joyfully to reunite. Dr. Jeffrey Long, who has collected over 4,000 near-death experience testimonies, includes consistent reports of deceased pets appearing during these profound moments. These accounts cross cultural and religious boundaries, appearing in testimonies from people of all backgrounds. Imagine it, the moment your consciousness begins its own transition, and there, waiting with patient love, is your cat, not aged or ill as they may have been at the end, but vibrant, whole, radiating recognition and joy. That reunion, many believe, is guaranteed by the bonds we forge in this life. Various spiritual traditions describe this differently, but the essence remains consistent, a place where separation no longer exists. Where you and all the souls you've loved exist together in perfect understanding, beyond the constraints of time and physical form. Beyond any single religious framework, there's simply this: love this powerful doesn't end. The universe wouldn't create bonds this profound only to permanently sever them. Every major spiritual tradition teaches that consciousness survives death, and if consciousness survives, then so does the love that connected you. Living with purpose. Until that day. So where does this leave us now, in this present moment? It means living with intention, honoring the love you've been given by extending it forward. Your departed cat taught you lessons about unconditional acceptance, about presence, about the sacred value of simply being together. Those lessons don't end with their passing. They're meant to ripple outward. Perhaps that means opening your heart to another animal in need. Not as a replacement, that's impossible, but as an expansion of your capacity to love. Every cat deserves the kind of devotion you gave your beloved companion. Every shelter holds souls waiting for someone to recognize them. When you love again, you're not betraying memory. You're honoring it. You're saying, "The love you taught me was so profound that I cannot keep it contained. It must flow through me to others who need it." Your departed companion would want this. Freed from possessiveness of physical form, they understand that love isn't diminished by being shared, it's multiplied. They may even help guide the next soul to find you, passing along the sacred duty of loving you. Create legacy through compassion. Volunteer at shelters. Support rescue organizations. Every act of kindness toward an animal becomes a living memorial to the cat who changed your life. And in quiet moments, maintain your connection. Talk to them. Share your day. Feel their presence through memories, through signs, through that inner knowing that they're still with you, just differently. Practice gratitude for the time you had, rather than focusing only on the time you've lost. What you were given, whether 2 years or 20, was a gift beyond measure. A soul chose you. A being of pure presence decided you were worthy of their devotion. That doesn't end. It transforms, deepens, becomes something even more profound. Until we meet again. Every purr was a prayer. Every headbutt was recognition. Every time they needed your lap, they were saying, "I choose you," in the only language they had. Your cat wasn't just a pet. They were a teacher of love's truest form, unconditional, patient, present. They were a bridge between the mundane and the sacred, showing you that divinity lives in ordinary moments. Sunlight on fur, the weight of a sleeping body against your leg, contented breathing in the darkness. And they still are all of these things. Death changed the form, but not the essence. The relationship continues, invisible to eyes but visible to hearts. You carry them with you in every act of kindness, every moment of presence, every time you pause to appreciate beauty. The reunion is promised, whether through a new soul finding you with familiar eyes, or in that eventual moment when you cross your own threshold into the mystery beyond this life, you will be together again. That bond cannot be broken by anything in this universe or beyond it. Until that day, live fully. Love deeply. Honor their memory by being the person they always saw when they looked at you. Someone worthy of a cat's devotion, which is perhaps the highest compliment existence can offer. They're waiting, not in sadness, but in perfect peace, knowing with certainty what you're learning to trust. That love never ends, souls never truly part, and every goodbye is just another word for until we meet again. If this journey has touched your heart, if these words have brought you comfort, please subscribe to this channel. There are more stories to tell, more wisdom to share about the sacred bond between humans and the animals who choose to love us. Thank you for traveling this path with me. May you feel your beloved companion's presence today in whatever form it takes. May you know with absolute certainty that you were loved completely and that such love is eternal. Until all beings are reunited, may your heart know comfort, your soul know truth, and your life be blessed by the memory of soft paws and gentle purrs that echo across eternity.